This is our family. My name is Martin, and I'm an acupuncturist.
My name is Emily, and I'm a chiropractor.
Ori's our son, and Annie's our daughter.
Our lifestyle is definitely unconventional for most people. We don't want to be normal. We're inviting you into our lives to get a glimpse of what we do to stay healthy.
Hi everyone! So we're back.
Hey. So I just recently had an allergy test, and what we were wondering about is that I have a runny nose often. It's not a cold, and it's not, well, I didn't know if it was allergies. I don't have seasonal allergies. It's kind of just always there.
Her nose is always runny.
Thanks.
It is.
It's annoying. Okay, let's move on. So I was curious to know, okay, do I have any allergies? Now, the typical allergy test is the pinprick test. You go see an allergist and they prick your arm and they see. And that's only going to find out if you have any fixed allergies. So like if you're allergic to peanuts, you eat a peanut and you have a reaction right away. Some seasonal allergies have that same reaction. But I wanted to know if I had any masked allergies or cyclical allergies. And what that is that, for example, in foods, I could be eating something all the time that's innocent and healthy, like garlic, and I'm actually sensitive to that. So I wanted to know which ones I'm sensitive to. And so I went to see a medical doctor who tests for this type of allergy. So he's not a regular allergist. And they do a test with certain foods, also environmental things, to find out if your body's sensitive to it. And
So was this test expensive?
well, because he's an MD, it was covered, except the test I had to take.
So covered through OHIP?
OHIP, yeah.
Okay.
The test was $130 because that's not covered, but all the visits with him are. And yeah, so I found out that I'm very sensitive to dairy and wheat, which is not the end of the world because we don't eat dairy and we don't eat wheat, so I'm okay with that. And also corn. We don't eat corn really.
Those were your big ones?
Those are my big ones. I'll tell you the other big one was chocolate. It was really, really high. So I was really sad.
Why do you think you would have an intolerance to chocolate?
I like chocolate. See, I try and eat dark chocolate, I eat healthy chocolate, but I probably have it too much.
Do you think having too much food, too much of always chocolate makes...
Yeah, probably. So anyways, there was a few other ones like nitrites, peanut. Then I was surprised because there was tomato, which I do eat a lot of, garlic and carrots. And so it really shows that I could be eating stuff that's not that allergenic, but my body has a sensitivity and that could be really causing that. I'm also sensitive to dust mites and mold, which most people are, he said, but that's still part of that, and certain seasonal allergies. Now, I'll say one more thing because, you know, what this doctor explains is that these are cyclical allergies in the sense that I can see how my body responds. So he was saying that if I take them all out for 10 days and then introduce, like let's say eat chocolate, and then don't eat anything else in my list for 4 days and see how my body responds to it. If I get an instant headache or I get an instant something, then I should avoid it. But he said that most of the time, these foods that you're sensitive to, your body can tolerate them about every 4 days. So if I feel like having a piece of bread with a meal, I have a piece of bread, and then I wait 4 days, and then I can splurge again.
So that would explain why sometimes some people eat bread, feel fine, and sometimes they don't feel great.
Yeah. And I've noticed that too.
Accumulation.
It accumulates in your body. And
I think that's something huge to understand how these foods that might seem innocent, or some of the foods that are really harmful, we know they're bad, but sometimes we feel like that doesn't bother me, but over time it does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, and even our son, or we had a different test done that's very similar, but it's a blood test, and it tests for all the food and the cyclical allergies, and he has allergies to dairy and egg, and as soon as we took it out, he wasn't having it. Now, once in a while, if we bake something and there's egg in it, it's okay, you know. So it's I think it's really empowering to understand this. It helps me make better choices too in my food, and we would recommend that most people, if you can, get this type of test done. And
what's the name of the doctor you saw?
Ross Michelson.
Yep.
You can email us if you want his info. Naturopaths can do a similar test with a blood test, so same equivalents in tests. However, if you're not going to go do a test,
Yeah, if you're not gonna, and I think like just to step back, one of the like really like we know that milk and wheat and corn
It's not good.
is not good.
We know that's why we don't eat it.
But what helped Emily was just getting that confirmation. It was huge for her to know, okay, this is really like there's proof here that this isn't helpful for me, or for her. So, but let's say you weren't going to go and do the test and you wanted to improve your nutrition right away. You know, most people have intolerance to gluten, wheat, grains, dairy tends to be very. Soy is another one. Corn is also. I would avoid sugars, artificial sweeteners, alcohol, and coffee.
So everything good.
Yeah.
at least chocolate's not normally an allergen, but
the most you can stay away from those type of foods, you'll feel better for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And we understand. You know, sometimes we like to have a piece of chocolate or some coffee or you know, some corn maybe,
but I think it depends how your body reacts to it, and that's the key. So anyways, if you're interested, we can guide you guys through this stuff too. And we also are going to do every January we do our undiet in the clinic, and it takes away all these allergenic foods in the beginning, so you can really see how your body responds. So
whenever we do our undiet, like the first thing we start off with is we say, okay, let's stay away from all the foods that make people sick. It's a no-brainer.
Mm-hmm.
So get tested. If you don't want to get tested, just stay away from the obvious, and you'll feel great.
See you next time.
Bye.